Hi friends, happy new year, and I have a whole lot of really important New Year's updates. You don't normally see me and my face talking quite like this to the camera, but there's a lot to say. To start with, thank you all so much for such an amazing year despite the roller coasters, everything that you have given me and the Wonky crew all year long. I won't be able to put it to words, I don't think ever. A lot of amazing things are being put into motion this year. I will kind of give you a little bit of a sneak peek into some of them right now, as well as go over some important information for you guys. So let's start out with the first thing I would like everyone to know is that if you have sent me anything like special in the mail and you know who you are, please know just how much it means to me. I have not been able to send you guys what I've wanted to send you something as a really special thank you because of what it meant to me, and with how this year has gone, I haven't had the opportunity to do so just yet. And so if you're one of those people, I want you to know that you were not overlooked, and I thank you for that very, very much. You're on my radar so much so. Probably have whatever you sent me in my closet in a box right now sitting there to remind me every single day for some very important both rescue and Patreon and my own brand updates. And I apologize for this fly that is zooming around me right now. Dobby, get to work. Dobby's right here. Let's start with the rescue. Really cool news. We've been saying this a very long time now, okay? It just hasn't happened because my brain's been a little too cuckoo bananas and I haven't been able to settle on something, but the rescue will be changing names. It will no longer be Rafiki's Rescue. Likely in the next couple of months, we're going to be making that transition and a whole rebranding. Why? Well, that would be because I'm not in the mood to fight it and take away from the animals. You can come up with something that encompasses them a little bit better. Also will be a good point in time to change it because we have plans for a small little facility this year. A little home base that we can really focus on education to the public and helping people understand what life is like for these animals and how to care for them, just interact with them without the expectation like adoption. Host classes on how to do things, special event nights, and it is a great adoption outlet as well. Really hoping to be moving forward in the next couple of months. We finally found a realtor that is willing to work with us. Shout out to Winnie's adopter, if you remember Winnie. It would be a good time to transition names while that's happening. Rafiki is the name of my first rescue dog, but I think that it's an opportunity to come up with something that encompasses us better as a whole. We want it to be clear that it's animals, but I don't want it to be like super cliche either, you know? My family likes wonky whiskers. I like it. I think it's a little too cliche. So let me know if you've got ideas. Moving on, let's get into Patreon. You guys have been amazing, fantastic. You have helped myself stay afloat and be able to feed myself alongside doing all of this, especially because a variety of medical issues. I've had to leave my normal jobs this year. Patreon has allowed me to stay afloat, but Patreon is giving us some issues right now, and I needed to touch base about that, especially if you are already a subscriber to Patreon. So Patreon back in September flagged my account for like fraud or something like that. I don't remember what happened, but I got locked out. I lost access. I had to contact support and they just got me back in and said they fixed it. All was good. All was chill. Now, I did not take any money out of the account for the following few months because I knew I was readying for the Patreon boxes that I like to send you guys if you're in the Misfit Mania tier, and I needed that money to be able to do that. So when I finally went on in November to do it, the money was not there. It turned out that Patreon had not been charging any of the Patreons that were subscribed before September. They'd only been charging new ones after that event. More to my horror is finding out that you guys couldn't see anything I was posting, and it's still not resolved. So if you can't see what I'm posting, okay? I'm so sorry that this has not been figured out yet. A few people have had to unsubscribe and resubscribe, and it fixed the issue, but I also want you to know that I have made so clear, I can't tell you how many times I've said it, I've made it so clear that how I want this resolved. Under no circumstances do I want you guys all of a sudden triple or quadruple charged out of nowhere. I made that so clear that I'd rather take that loss myself than you guys unexpectedly have that. Please, please, please tell me if that happens. I've been talking with support. We've not made any progress on this issue. And now come to find out that you guys haven't even been able to see what I am posting on there. I am so sorry. If you're seeing this and you haven't seen anything from me, subscribe and unsubscribe. Consequently, I have all the Patreon Misfit Mania boxes ready, but I've not been able to afford the shipping for them until this is figured out. I apologize for that. I hope that you guys will stick along while we figure that out. Maybe tag Patreon below, because this has been weeks now that we've been trying to resolve this. Moving on even further than that, now we're going to talk about me and my brand, Megan and the Rescues, and social media accounts and what's going on there. The video that I wanted this year to start with was like going to be a big thank you and all of the animals we've saved, which I'm still going to do that. That was my plan. I was out of town unexpectedly for 3 nights, and it was wonderful and so needed, but I can't even tell you what went into having to go for 3 nights. Diaper babies came with me. Upon my arrival, everything went just as to be expected. I arrived last night and then spent the night in the ER. I'm okay, but that's how it went. And then following that, first thing in the morning, we got Dobby to his appointment, his ocuscope therapy, because we went 4 days without anything. On our way home, and I get a call from the Rescue bank account that somebody managed to break into our account and tried to wire transfer half of the money in the account. So now I've been dealing with that. And now with all this fraud stuff on the line, that brings me to, once again, we still have a very fake Facebook page of me. We are finally trying to really take that down. It's just been extraordinarily expensive to do so because Facebook only responds to lawyers. I've not had the funding for a lawyer, especially with the Patreon issue. And so we are finally trying to have that page taken down because they are fraudulently taking money away from you guys that you are trying to support the rescue with. And then also just becoming very uncomfortable posting like photos from my past, and some photos that I don't even know how they had access to, they have found. It's getting a little bit uncomfy. So we will be working finally to have that taken down with a lawyer. Just know that that's why I've made previous videos on this before. I have now made a legitimate Facebook page to help correct this, but Facebook will not do anything regardless of how many people are reporting the fake page without a lawyer involved. But those are the big updates for the year, because even though there's those little things that we are having to correct, look how much good was still involved in that. And that is all because of you guys. I know I say this over and over. I don't think you understand just how much it's you. I don't know what I'm doing with people. I'm meant to be with the animals and I just make silly videos, but you guys are the ones here supporting it and making it all possible. I just want to thank you all again so very much for being here along with me. The crazy year that we had, I know it's gonna be just as crazy, but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for beyond my wildest dreams 2023, and now it's time for 2024. Let's bring on the panic and serotonin. I'm ready for it.